Okasa, Okasa, Okasa. Venerable Sirs, I would like to speak to you regarding the Vinaya rules. So we can move on to the next slide, please. Vinayo nama sarsanassa ayu vinaye thite sasanang thitang nama hoti. We also find this verse as Buddha sasanassa ayu. So according to this verse, the discipline marks the lifespan, the lifeblood of the Buddha's teachings. It is the essence of our life. Without Vinaya, there are no monks. With Vinaya, there are monks and Dhamma. So the monastic discipline is a practice that has been observed during every Buddhist era in the history and prehistory. Most famously, we learn from the Dhammapada verse 183, Sabba papassa akaranang kusalassa upasampada sachitta pariyodapanang etang buddhana sasanang. Not doing any evil, fulfillment of the wholesome, purifying one's mind, that is the teaching of Buddhism. Can we move to the next slide? And then? Nice. So, as we can see, there is a Vinaya in all Buddha time, in all Sasana times of all history and before that. We cannot just say, now is the modern time, we don't need Vinaya. It doesn't work. Always, we must follow Vinaya, regardless the times. So, what is this Sabba papassa akaranam? So, all what is akaranam means akusala kamma. So, the Buddha's Vinaya, the Vinaya given by the Buddha to us, is not doing any akusala. So, what is akusala? So we will learn from, that's right. So we will learn from Chula Vagga of Vinaya Pitaka, the main text of Vinaya Pitaka, that yang jananto sanjananto Checca abhivitaritva vitikkamo idang vucchati apattadhikaranang akusalam. Breaking the Vinaya rules is akusala. Breaking the Vinaya rules is papa. Breaking the Vinaya rules is transgressing, disrespecting the Buddha's Vinaya of all times. There is never an opportunity for us to break even the smallest rule intentionally. Unintentionally, that's a different case. But whenever we break even the smallest rule intentionally, it is papa. It is against the teachings of all Buddhas. Let's move on to the next slide, please. So why are the rules there? So let's see. The rules are there for the benefit of the Sangha, for the comfort of the Sangha. So they are here so that the Sangha, that means us, feel good, so that we are happy to hold back the persons of wrong intentions. So it is not for happiness of those who want to do papa. If somebody wants to do papa, they will suffer. because Vinaya makes them suffer so that they do not do papa. They do not commit akusala, breaking the rules. For the comfortable abiding of the virtuous monks. So those who want to break rules will suffer. Those who want to follow the rules will live in comfort. That's the nature of Vinaya. To prevent the taints of the present life and to destroy the taints that are about to arise. So Vinaya helps us to reduce lobha, dosa, moha, and increase alobha, adosa, amoha. Also, when we follow rules, people have more faith in us. Those who never had faith before, they start to have faith. Those who already have faith, they get more. And Vinaya is there so that pure Dhamma can continue and so that monks stay restrained. All of the Vinaya rules, every single Vinaya rule is there for either one or more of these 10 reasons. So it is necessary that in every rule of Vinaya, monks can see at least one or more of these benefits. If a monk cannot see any of these 10 benefits in a certain rule of monastic discipline, he needs to remind himself of the Buddha's admonishment to Venerable Upasena. So whether you like the rules or not, whether they seem to be easy or not, whether they make sense or not, you always remember, sadhu sadhu upasena, apanyatang napanyapetabang, panyatang vana samuchinditabang, yatha panyatesu sikkhapadesu, samadaya vattitabang. Can we please see it in the next slide? Okay, we got a little different color here. Hopefully you can see it. Nice. So the Buddha speaks to Venerable Upasena and says, you will not change anything in the rules. You will not add anything new. You will not remove anything that I have said, says the Buddha. So, is there any way how you can do whatever you want? All right, so let's examine. The Buddha, before he passed away, he says, Akankamano ananda sangho mamachayena kuddanu kuddakani sikkhapadani samuhantu. So, the Buddha says, if the community of monks desires, after my passing away, monks can discard some of the tiny rules. What are the tiny rules? Any of the rules except the parajikas. Really? Or they are all of the dukkata rules. Really? Or they are the dukkata and the pachitya rules. Really? How do you know it? Who told you? You don't know? I don't know. And that's why we do not remove any of the rules. Such was the decision of the great Venerable Upali and 500 arahants. Altogether 501 arahants during the first Buddhist council decided that we will remove 0 of the rules. None of the rules is to be removed. Such was the decision of 501 arahants, who all of them met with the Buddha. Did you meet with the Buddha, anyone? Are you an arahant, anyone? Even if you are an arahant, even if you met with the Buddha, you would have to be 500. No chance. Whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not, there is no way how we can remove or